Do you want to know my favorite monster in the Mimic? Well, it's a monster that no longer exists. It's old Mihari. The revamp might as well not be the same because they are so different from the designs to the entire maze. The first thing I will be talking about is why old Mihari was so perfect. After Mariachi's part, you continue into the house. The house felt small, like you were trapped, even though it was big and had gardens, unlike the current one. Mihari also appears around the house to unnerve you and make you feel unsafe. Once you get all the items and put them in, you go into the underground house area. Mihari jump scares you through a crack in the wall and presumably goes to the labyrinth. Before we go on, I just want to say this jump scare was so terrifying. Once you go into the labyrinth, you have to get 4 skulls that resemble the 4 beasts like the witch trials. Once you go inside, you have to go into the dark and it feels eerie. It has the vines from chapter 1, but this time you have to strategically hide from her. She was also able to go invisible and had no chase theme, so you had to listen to noises. The maze was difficult, but once you know the skull locations and her AI path, it was easy. During the Halloween update, Mihari got a update. She still looked the same during the Minka because I guess they couldn't change it, I don't know. She gained a chase theme. It's scary, but it's easier, so I don't know. The model isn't bad, but why does it look like she is whining? Also, why did they make her green? When the Book 1 revamp came out, the trailer showed Mihari, so let's look at a remodel. One of the first things is, why did they give her eyeballs? In her jump scare it looks like her eyes are bugged, but they did it to try to make it look scarier. At this point you might as well just get rid of it if it looks bad. Her jump scare box jump scare was actually pretty good, but the new one looks really bad. Also, why is she still green? Hold up, I could make it automatically 5x better. One of her jump scares is now really predictable, so it's not scary. Also, why is she just there watching the TV? There's also a body bag jump scare, which is not scary. The original jump scare of her trying to break through the boards was great, so let's see the new one. This is so bad. Why is she standing outside just so she can try to reach inside and goes back outside? And then I guess she breaks through the window to go back inside, I guess. And how does she clip inside the closed window? Goofiest jump scare in the game. The new maze is really easy and they removed the cool vine mechanic and replaced them with glitchy closets. And for some reason you can ring 5 bells so you can get her spirit. I mean, the skulls didn't make much sense, but maybe it was a puzzle made by Kintoru. But now Yazu rings some bells so he can rip out Miharu's heart to burn. Now let's talk about why the original was much better. The atmosphere around the house was so much scarier and the layout looked like an actual house, not whatever the new house is. Miharu around the house was also way better. It unsettled you without actually trying to jump scare you. Unlike the new ones. The maze was way better because it was actually hard, and the vines were interesting. Now let's talk about how the new jump scares from Book 2 Chapter 2, none of the monsters just screams at you anymore. And they wanted to make them better. The original Midori jump scare, she actually ate you, which was terrifying instead of just screaming now. One of the things I keep seeing brought up is how she is actually like Kusei Kana now. Is that supposed to be a good thing? I mean, they made her into an original monster but made her more unoriginal. It's literally evolving backwards. So the conclusion of the video? The new Midori has better graphics but the design is bad. Everything about it is bad.